Hey everyone, it's Laurie and I'm going to do an uplifting reading all about you. Let's get right into it. I hope all of you are happy, healthy, and having some fun in life. Let's find out who we are drawing attention to today. Who are we focusing on? What makes you truly magical? Oh, look at that, the Wheel of Fortune. You consider yourself to be a very lucky person. Very, very fortunate. You went through some horrible, oh my goodness. You had, most of you, I'm getting two messages here. Most of you, whoever I'm focusing on right now, you went through some of the worst possible life experiences that you could have. You lost a home. You lost family members very early on. Important key family members, parents, children, siblings. Oh my goodness. Others of you, I'm hearing this for just a couple of you. You're very, very fortunate that you've never had those experiences. Wow, this is like two different energies in one reading. And you know what I'm getting is that for those of you who did go through those really traumatic situations, you've turned your life around into something such as nobody would ever even have a clue that you went through what you went through. Yeah, people, this is crazy. I mean, this is like, your energy is so... Some of you, it's calm. Others of you, you're just peppy. You're just happy. You're always greeting people in a very positive manner, a very positive way. Very upbeat, okay? Even if you're just a quieter person, you don't have to be, hey, how you doing this morning? You can be the type that's more like, just a nice smile as you see people, maybe nodding. You've just got a really good energy about you. And nobody would know. If they do not know you, then they would have no clue what you've been through. I just heard somebody... Okay, there's a lot of you. This is about rehabbing your life, whether it's overcoming an addiction or something like that, or even something more traumatic like losing family, losing your home, losing your hometown. Yeah, this is big. This is really traumatic. Whatever you went through, you've definitely got an energy about you where nobody would know it. I mean, they just do not see it on you. You don't act like somebody who's been through a lot of trouble. And I got to tell you, there's no reason to be mean, cruel, hateful, or anything else to anyone, no matter what you're grieving and going through. And you've learned that lesson. You found, what I'm getting is that somebody may have treated you poorly as they grieved. They may have taken their grief out on you. That could be one of the traumatic situations. It's going to be a little different for each of you. And you learned, you told yourself you would never, ever go through that. Never put anyone else through that type of energy. Wow. I have to say, I'm loving your personal energy right now. You're so peaceful. You're happy. You smile. You're like, I've only got one life to live and I'm going to live it. I'm going to live it. I'm not going to live it in misery. I'm not going to be sad. I'm not going to be depressed. I'm not going to be angry. And some people just look at you like, wow, that person is the luckiest person on life. They don't look like they have a care in the world. They're always so happy. They're always dressed nice. They always have a nice car. And if you don't have any of those physically outward things, it's your energy, just the way you carry yourself. Maybe you don't have two dimes to rub together, but you carry yourself in such a way that people can see that you should be respected. You should be treated well. Not that you're looking to be treated better than anyone else or anything like that. No. This is self-respect that comes out with humility. Beautiful energy here. You definitely have overcome some traumatic situations. Some of you, it was one traumatic situation that you went through. Somebody else out there, it was over and over, repeated, like maybe the same thing over and over again for many years. And I am getting like somebody else treating you poorly, but it could have been a one-time incident that was so devastating that most people would not be able to get through it and carry themselves the way that you are carrying yourself. All right, let's go ahead and see what you've accomplished, overcome, what's going on here. See, you overcame that imbalance of attitude. Like somebody around you, definitely, I'm getting that, like you witnessed other people who may have gone through the same thing that you went through treat people poorly because of what happened to them. So what do they say? Hurt people hurt. Okay. That doesn't have to be true for everyone. Does not have to be true for everyone. You decided, no, I'm not going to carry that legacy forward. I'm not going to treat people like that. I'm going to control my emotions. I'm going to be in control of myself, in control of my destiny. You healed from something here, and you told yourself your focus of attention was to move forward and be positive, to enjoy the rest of your life. You only have one life to live, and you're going to live it, is what I'm hearing here. So whatever you went through, you picked yourself up by the bootstraps, baby. You picked yourself up and you dusted yourself off. Oh, don't think this was easy. Anybody listening to this and you didn't go through this, this was not easy. This was a challenge. This was a day-to-day, how do I wake up and just greet the day, okay? This was not an easy thing, but you found your way through it by being level-headed, keeping your cool, and not taking out your anger or your frustration, your hurt, your grief on anybody else. You wanted to embrace the world. You know that these things happen. I keep getting an image of like total devastation here. And I'm sorry because I don't know. It changes. Like I'm getting a forest fire. I'm getting a house fire. I'm getting like a car accident. I'm getting all types of images here of total devastation. And yet, you, for some reason, there's something in you that connected to the fact that, yes, this is horrible in your life, but you're not the only person that ever went through this. And maybe you took solace. Maybe you got help from understanding that if other people have gone through these types of traumatic situations, that you would survive it and you would get through it. And you somehow you learned from that experience, from witnessing that other people have gone through it, how to handle your grief, how to handle your emotions, how to be more patient, to be more tolerant, to be more understanding of yourself. I'm talking of yourself here, how you are handling yourself. I'm not talking about other people treating you poorly. No, that ended. That ended. So if you were in like some sort of abusive relationship here, that ended. That's over. That's done with. But you're also not carrying that legacy forward. You're not going to maltreat anybody, mistreat anybody else. And you're not going to take that anger or grief into the future. You've already put it behind you. All right, let's see what type of impact you have on the people around you. Look at this. You've got 3 major arcanas out of 3 cards. You've got the World card here. You show people, okay, through your energy, through what you do for your living, for your purpose here on planet Earth. I don't even know. It's going to be, all of you are doing something different. You are showing how it's all connected, that we're all connected. And if we can see that connection, then we can understand, oh, this is about seeing the patterns too. Showing people the patterns. Maybe showing them how to see the patterns, how to connect the dots to move forward. Okay, I'm streaming here. I'm getting massive downloads. Connecting the dots was important. So I'm actually seeing a map. So mapping out how people can process, how they can go through, how they can get from point A to point B emotionally, spiritually, or physically. Relocation. You may travel. Like you might be a missionary. I'm hearing that. Some of you are missionaries. Others of you might be, I'm hearing Doctors Without Borders. I think that's what it's called. Like you might be in that line of work, something along those lines. You definitely help other people. And there are no, like, there's limits, but not in the sense of boundaries. Oh, Doctors Without Borders? I don't know. Now I'm hearing different things. A lack, like you're breaking down the walls. Breaking down the walls. There's no boundaries. There's no limits. But it is limited. It is limited. And you're showing how to rein it in. I think there's two different things happening there. But it definitely has to do with you either going to other people to help people, to travel to other people, or people traveling to come see you, to learn from you, to hear you speak, to get your words of advice. And your thing is that maybe you're sharing your experience that you went through. Maybe that's the venting, the talking it out showed you how you could handle what you went through. Helped you process it. I don't think that's for most of you, but I think a few of you have done that. Maybe talked about this locally. But you're showing people how to connect the dots. That if this person can do this and you do these certain things and focus your attention here, like it's a program. I feel like you have a program that you share with people. All right, let's go ahead and see what you do, what talent or skill you have that Spirit would like to highlight right now. Ace of Wands, constantly looking forward. All right, keeping the excitement going, understanding the connection, the magic between the divine and the human. Clarity of thinking. I'm also hearing you're a beacon. You're like a bright light shining for other people to, you call people forth through your energy. So maybe you help transform other people's energy by being yourself, by sharing your story, by being excited and passionate. I do get an image of somebody who's bubbly, but I'm also getting an image of somebody who's super calm, because both energies affect different people differently. Okay. Some people love bubbly people. I love bubbly people. But other people, they're like, oh my gosh, that's just too much energy for me. So some of you are bubbly, some of you are more demure. And there's nothing wrong with being either way. This is a bright light is what I keep hearing. A guiding light, a beacon in the night, in the day. I'm also seeing how I keep hearing passing the baton, okay? But the baton is wisdom. It's understanding. It's a magic wand. And it's like, how do you pass the baton? Through showing, through doing, through enlightening somebody here. Sharing your story. Okay, let's see what it is you do right now that you should never, ever stop doing. The Six of Wands, focusing forward, focusing on elevation, focusing on success, all right? Focusing on overcoming the conflicts, knowing that you can overcome all conflicts. All right, now I'm getting the Seven of Wands, the boundaries, the defensiveness, the limits, the things that hold you back. Those are the types of boundaries and things that Spirit says you overcome. You're good at that. You're really good at standing your ground, at overcoming the conflicts and challenges that are before you. I'm also getting that this is what you do for others, that you show them how to do that. Again, you're like a beacon in the night. You're like a guiding light. One of you looks like a character from an afternoon soap opera from, back in the day, like from Guiding Light, maybe from General Hospital, or As the World Turns. I have all these same energies coming through here. Oh, Carly is coming through, the blonde. What did she play on? I don't even remember. Days of Our Lives? I don't even remember. Bold and the Beautiful? I don't know. But there's something here for somebody. Okay, you could also be a male. And I'm getting the name Thorn. Now, he was on Bold and the Beautiful. Okay, he was a character on Bold and the Beautiful. So I don't know how that resonates with you, if that makes any sense to you. If it doesn't, just let that go, okay? But if you're clicking with that, you know exactly what's happening here. You're being called. All right, let's go ahead and see what Spirit says would be great for you to focus your energy on. Self-worth, knowing the value of what you're doing, reminding yourself, okay? Yeah, with this Queen of Pentacles here, this is to remind yourself of how you got to where you're at, how you were able to overcome, how you found value even in the darkest of days and nights, how you were able to find something of value to cherish, to love, to hold on to, and to writing down your accomplishments, writing them down, holding them close, holding those things dear in your darkest nights, okay? Because like I said over here, this was not an easy life. This was not easy for you to overcome, okay? But your energy now, no matter how long ago this happened, whether it was 25 years ago, yesterday, or a week ago, okay, or 6 months ago, it doesn't matter when this happened, you are a much different person than most people would be, having gone through the exact same thing in the same time frame, okay? You have a different way of processing. And you are helping people. I need you to know that you are doing good for others. Some of you may not even realize you're affecting other people in a positive way. And some of you may actually feel like you're affecting people in a negative way, but you're not, okay? And if somebody takes your energy the wrong way, like somebody just isn't a bubbly person, okay? And they just can't relate to bubbly people, you are not doing anything wrong, okay? They are feeling your positive energy and they're in opposition to it, but they are learning from that. They are actually being affected by your positive energy in a good way. And it's the same thing going with the other way. Okay, so if people don't speak to you as much, or you're very demure and people don't, I don't know, you feel like they're not attracted to you, or you're too quiet, you're too introvert, too something. You're not too much. And you are having a positive influence on people just by being cool, calm, and collected. All right. This is a beautiful message right here. Oh, I never did the letter dice for the daily reading. I may have to go back and add that in. All right. Let's go ahead and see what we have here as oracle messages. And for some reason, we're getting the she-who, the L key. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more. This is definitely a very positive energy. My heart goes out to you for whatever traumatic situation you've been through, or multiple tragic situations, but you do know that you have been through what other people have been through, and that you are a survivor, all right? So, she who begins, Primavera, launch, actualize your potential. Look at all those butterflies. Look at all the butterflies, the changes. And then you have Breeze, she who surprises. Surprise, discovery, and revelation. More butterflies here. All right, let's see what the author had in store with these messages. All right, let's start with Primavera. She who begins celebrates the birth of all things in nature. She welcomes the rising sun as the herald of each and every new day. This is how you may have done this. Delicate vines echo the fine chain that she wears on her crown. Rather than become a part of the vines, she moves into the next moment. See, she's not being held back. She's growing, expanding. Everything she honors has a fresh start. The grapes will be transformed into wine, and the butterflies will lay eggs for the next generation of caterpillars. All things in her purview launch something else, so that Primavera rejoices in the potentials of all new things beginning. This card is urging you to go ahead and get started. Whatever has been on your mind or in your heart, this is the moment to begin. Commitment to the journey ahead by facing the dawn. Oh my gosh. Commit to the journey ahead by facing the dawn. That was exactly what Spirit said, that you had to get up every single day and face the dawn, the new day. How are you going to get up and do that? And you did it. Okay. You are being called forth to set the match to the fuse. It's time to light things up and take the next bold step. Spread your wings and put a smile on your face as you greet the next good thing coming into your life. Like Primavera, open yourself to beginnings. It's time to actualize your potential. Now, what I'm hearing here is some of you are learning how to go through this process right now. You're still grieving. You're still learning how to keep your balance or how to improve your balance, balance of energy, emotions. Most of you, though, have already reached this beautiful stage. And this is how you're doing it. You're getting up and greeting each day as a new day, full of possibilities. All right, so let's see what Brise, B-R-I-S-E. One more page there. All right, so Brise. She who surprises stands watching at her window. She is singing a song that we can't hear, but the butterflies can. They are attracted to her nature. This is how you affect the world around you. They're attracted to her nature as if she were a living representation of nectar. She is their butterfly queen who can direct them to the sweetest flowers. So you show people how to turn their situations around. You connect the dots for them. Brise oversees pollination of not only the flora, but of humankind as well. One of her favorite things is the unexpected discovery. It isn't only the surprise bringing Brise her happiness, but the feeling of divinity that comes with a marvelous moment of revelation. Since this card of surprise has shown up for you, you can expect the unlooked for moment. If you are receptive to fortuitous and unheralded insight, you stand a very good chance of finding the answers that you need. The key here is the message may come in unusual ways. You cannot expect a straightforward response at this time. However, look for those things that reveal themselves through patterns. This is what you're showing people, the patterns. All right. Perhaps you see a caterpillar over and over again, or the number 1010, or 44, or any other thing that you keep seeing over and over and over again. Okay? It could be the caterpillar, the chrysalis, and then the butterfly that you see over and over again. Whatever the symbolism is, don't worry if you don't understand it in the moment. Sometimes discovery comes only after we have assimilated the knowledge deep within ourselves. We always must allow the process to unfold. Forcing it may ruin the moment of the sacred surprise. Okay, so you can ask yourself these questions. How can I pay closer attention to the signs that I am being given? How can I discover my own divine direction? How to move forward this way? And lastly, what is being revealed to me? What are you learning? How are you growing? What are you experiencing here? All right. I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. Nope. Spirit animal. All right. Let's see what spirit animal characteristics are going to come out. It could be the characteristics that you need at this time to embrace. It could be the characteristics that you've been using to lift you up and carry you through. This could be your totem spirit animal too. All right, what have we got here, please, Spirit? All right, you've got 2. You've got the bison or buffalo, abundance. And this is a prayer. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom, please. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Please teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Beautiful message. All right, and then you've got the Lynx, the keeper of the secrets. Take time out from the world and be the observer. And I think that's exactly how you overcame. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your understanding and intuition. You can see others. You see others' secrets and you keep them sacred. Okay, you don't go around blabbing about everyone else's problems and issues. All right, because in silence and solitude, that's where you find your strength. So some of you are very demure, very quiet. You keep your, this stuff to yourself. Nobody would know that you have been through these types of things unless, they know you from going through it. So, that's you being the keeper of secrets. You don't have to talk about this. You could be sharing this with people. But again, it could just be your aura, your energy, your kindness, your way you deal with people. All right, my loves, I hope you've enjoyed this message. And until our energy crosses again, I am going to wish you much peace, love, and happiness. Bye-bye.